Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Morning. Is it working? Let us see.
We hear anything?
No.
Still no sound.
Still no sound.
So lovely.
Well, there's no other options for microphones. So.
Yeah. There we go. Are we here? Test. There we go. Yep.
Yay.
All right.
We'll get it eventually.
Now let me get rid of that.
At least the big camera's working today, boys and girls, so I'm very happy about it. But I don't know why. I don't know why it works. And why it doesn't work.
Pretty little microphone.
You like our new little microphones? We're trying them out today, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. We want you to be able to hear us. Because we're sharing good stuff up here.
And this microphone has different little things that it
Oh
does.
no, don't
I won't do it, but if I'm ever not right, you'll know why.
It
Well,
can alter your voice.
You'll know who I blame is
Oh.
the microphone.
Oh, okay, I'm
Right.
gonna say me.
No.
Say no. Hold on.
I was gonna say I'll blame the microphone.
Look, he's so dear. It's
Are you-
always so fun to see who's gonna show up on a Sunday.
Are you echoing?
Am I echoing?
You're a little echoing.
I didn't think I was. I turned that off, I thought.
Maybe it's because this is close to us.
I think you sound like me.
Okay. Sounds good. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I can see the. Yeah.
Are we close our volume? Are we too loud?
Are we too loud? No, we're good? Okay.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, we're in a new theme this month,
We are.
so.
And we
just
have-
saying.
Who love these little things?
They're so cute.
They're
They're
very cute. Yes.
Little- And I don't know if you can see this from the camera, but our little speaker,
There's a little
such
speaker.
cute little baby speaker. Yes, it's very fun. Very
Try.
fun. Tried to see if I could, well, not my voice, I don't know
Right,
my voice.
I don't necessarily need the microphone,
I
but, I do enjoy being spotlit and on stage, so the
Right.
microphone is great. Yeah.
Right, and it feels like we're now speakers. I feel more,
You feel more official?
I feel better
I
right now.
have always wanted one of those big microphone things right here that,
I can make that happen.
yeah, so we look like we're on an official podcast or
Well,
something.
my husband and I are starting our podcast, and we ordered a set of those.
One of those.
So
Yeah.
for a podcast, but we could do that for us if you wanted something like that.
Yeah.
They weren't that. I mean, it was kind of a cool thing, but they have the big arm that comes up. We have to be like,
It'll be
again, let me.
It'll be something else in our way on our table.
I know. I don't know. I don't
We
know
didn't
what to call
originally,
that.
we didn't originally have a table, and then we had stuff to put on the table and under the
And
table.
then we have to have a table.
So
We
then
that's
we
what
have-
happens when you have stuff.
Where are we at with all our stuff?
We are at Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington's home of her classes and her practice, and it's called Unleash Your Life Studios. You can also find it online at unleashyourlife.us. She does all kinds of great things here.
She's our greatest mentor in our spiritual journey, in our life journey. So she does spiritual focused things, but also just life things. So it's not just a spiritual bent on that. So if you're just looking for a better way to do your life, some tools to better your life, she's got lots of them, and I can't recommend working with her enough.
Exactly.
So where is that exactly located?
So we're located at 7220 North 16th Street, Building A1, and you'll find us because the girls are on the door. The girls are on the door.
They are.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I was just
Always
checking.
on the door.
Yes. Phoenix, Arizona 85020. We're located between Glendale and Northern. So if you're in Phoenix, you still have time to get here. You're
You
never
have no
late for
excuse.
sofa.
I don't want to hear it. Get over here right now. Let's go.
Come on down.
I don't want to hear it.
And yes, so we are starting a new month, and with a new month comes a new theme.
What is that thing?
Our theme this month is harmony and peace.
See,
So
I think that's just perfect.
I think it is absolutely
Right after
perfect.
health and wellness, to go into harmony and peace. That
Yes.
means
Not just for ourselves, but for the world.
Yes. Well, when we affect ourselves,
It goes out in the world because why? There's only one.
just one.
Just one.
Just want you to remember that.
There we go.
Girls, boys and girls.
So, are you going to pray us in
I
after your
do.
coffee? There she goes. All right.
I just need a little.
Just a little.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. And a breath out. On this next one, I want you to breathe in peace and release anything unlike peace. And then breathe in peace again. And release anything coming after our time together. Breathing in again. Releasing anything that came before our time together. Knowing that all is in divine right order. You are in a safe place. It is a good time to let all that go and just be present with us now. And in this moment, we recognize there is one power, one presence, one life, one thing. We call that God, Spirit, the Divine. Recognizing it is love, peace, joy. It is that power within each of us. It moves us. Each one of us are the perfect manifestation of the one as it moves in, as, and through us uniquely. And from that place of knowing my truth, knowing our truth, I speak my word for today's time, for our time together, knowing that it is divinely guided and truly blessed, that is sharing and the love, the ideas, the connection is easy as we allow ourselves to be present in this moment, as we allow ourselves to release anything else, we receive what is ours to receive. Our hearts are open, our minds are open at the top as we receive, as we connect, as the flow moves through us. And I'm grateful for this time. I'm so grateful to be a part of it, for all that it does for each person here now and after this time, hearing it later, and for the ripple effect it will have. And so I let it go, know and trust that it's already done in the divine mind of God. And together we say, and so it is. I'm just going to check this. It does sound a little echoey.
Just a little. That's not the one.
That's the right one. It was on the right one, but now we know. Okay.
Okay. I was like, did you just do the male voice?
Yes, I
that.
love how it can give me a male voice.
Hello.
It actually gives me the Trey Davis voice,
Yes.
which is fun.
The Omo voice.
Oh. Hello, Abby.
Not to be confused with Elmo voice. Because
Oh, yeah,
that's a
big
different
difference.
one here.
Oh, big difference, yeah.
Ah, So peace.
So my friend Peace, yes, we've got to talk about it.
Yeah, and you know, every time I see the words right here, right now, I want to break out the song.
Where you sing those words,
Right?
where you sing those,
right
or where you
now,
sing.
watching the world wake up from his
Just give her the solo moment.
That was it.
Oh,
That
it
was
was good, I
It's a
liked
little
it.
YouTube for you.
I liked it, yeah.
So peace right here, right now.
What's the card? That's on the card.
That's
That's
what
so
it is.
interesting. Yeah, that we have the cards here.
It is good that we have the cards here.
And they say peace is present right here, right now.
3 years in, we have the cards.
We still need the cards, people. We still need the cards to know what we're talking about.
We have cards and journals.
Yeah, I love these journals. I'm so excited that we got that done this year, and we will have them now.
For next year
Partners
as
get
well.
to have them, yeah.
So,
Nice to have.
so for that, I know I brought it up. I think I brought it up last week or the week before. But if you are a Sofa Sundays person and there is something, a topic that you would like us to address next year, send us an email, make a comment, let us know. We'll be absolutely happy and grateful to put it in.
Yeah, October is around the corner. We need to start working on next year.
Next
So
year.
we'd love that input. If there's something that you know that you would love to hear us work out on the sofa, that'd be great.
All right. Peace. What you got?
Well, peace being present right here, right now, I think it's really important to recognize that it's always here. It's just waiting for you to come back to the present moment. It's in the present moment. Peace is in the present moment.
And the reason for that is because the thinking mind can never be in the present moment. Thinking mind's always in the past or in the future, trying to figure things out. So, of course, anything that is the essence of the divine is always in the present moment. So peace is always in a present moment situation.
Yeah, where did I put that? I actually had somewhere on here that peace is the essence of God. And
You're welcome.
And
I was cheating.
yes,
No, I can't
yes,
do that
she
one.
can't read my scribbles. I can't even read my scribbles out, and I'm like, where did I write that? Somewhere on here. And as we open ourselves to that presence, we allow ourselves to fill our minds and our hearts and every part of our being with peace, because it's always here present when you're in this present moment. And I think the main practice around, if you don't have peace in your life and you don't know why you don't feel peaceful enough, you want more of that, the practice is really awareness. Where are you most of the time? Where's the thinking at? If you are running around up here all the time, and you're in your future scaring the hell out of yourself, or you're in your past, being angry, or, and I hate this word, feeling shameful, or whatever, you're running around in those spaces, you are not present, and therefore you are not at peace.
It can be very difficult in this day and age to be at peace.
Oh no, say it again.
Right? I mean, you turn on the TV, you turn on social media, and we all know how much I love to drive. You get on the highway, you go grocery shopping, my bills are going up, my paycheck's going down. It is hard to be peaceful.
Agreed. Right.
Yeah.
So it's warranted,
Sure.
understandable, that you might not feel peace in this moment. Totally get that.
Yeah, so we're not here to say, and everything's cool. That's not.
Yeah, we never.
Yeah, we are not those
No,
people.
we're not those
We'll be absolutely honest with the fact that it can be a hard thing to just feel or be into without a spiritual practice, without practice in general. I love how we were talking about Reverend Dr. Michelle, and that her practices, yes, do have a spiritual basis, and yes, also, if you're not somebody, but again, if you're watching us, you probably are, but if you're not somebody that is spiritually bent, that direction, then just the life practices of being with a life coach in general is, I think, necessary for most of the human population these days. You know, whether it is like we spoke about last month about health and wellness, or how we see the world currently and in the future, comparing it to the past or how it was before something happened or didn't happen. So that can boggle the mind, get you in doubt, get you in fear, and then, you know, I was talking earlier about why I'm cutting my caffeine, because nobody wants to sit with that angst inside them, right? And sometimes too much coffee does that for me. So, you know, but there's also those things that when they ruminate in your mind can create a place that doesn't feel peaceful, right? And peace begins within us. If you want to change the world, yeah, it begins within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the ministry. We're
Yeah.
trying to remind you and ourselves, right? And ourselves.
It's a natural state.
Yes.
It's your natural state. So, you know, going back to the famous story of the golden Buddha covered in mud and clay, right? We are that golden Buddha. This is our natural state of peace and love and joy. And what we cover up the Buddha or ourselves with are the things of the world that create discomfort, dis-ease, and lack in our lives. Those are not big R reality. Those are just circumstances that we are here to experience. Exactly. We're here to experience the good, the bad, the ugly. And I have experienced all of them, especially the ugly.
Right. Well, we all have. I mean, I don't think you get out of this human experience without experiencing all of that,
Yeah.
right? And each one makes the other one more known,
Yes.
right? I mean, you can't have a coin without a heads and a tails. You're going to both sides. Which side are you looking at more? That's up to you. But that one makes the other one possible, makes the other one noticeable. It's all part of the same thing. And it really comes down to, for me, when I'm searching for that peace or searching to get myself back in alignment, is where's my trust? Am I trusting that it's all in divine right order? Am I trusting that there's a higher power, that there's a source out there, that you know, I'm not dangling out here by myself, I'm not a human being, am I trusting that I'm actually a spiritual being having a human experience? Where's my trust at? What am I saying in those moments when I'm freaking out? What am I saying? So it's like, and I'm not saying I freak out, go ahead. Sometimes I think the freak out helps you get back to presence anyway. So even that's a divine right order. So don't be mad at yourself because, oh, I wasn't perfect in my practice today. Except I didn't have to press the button because I do that naturally. I wasn't, perfect in my practice. I yelled at so and so. I lost whatever. Like, no, that's also a part of the divine order of things. That's also that. I'm writing a whole book based on a tool that I created because I lost it with one of my kids when he was 11, and I didn't like how I showed up in that moment. That created a practice that I have taught to multiple clients over the years, and I use it myself. And now I've got a book for it, So like, was that bad? Was it something that provoked something that those? So you have to, not you have, you don't have to do anything, but
It helps.
really is. Try to, as fast as you can, let yourself have the freak out, let yourself have the pity party, do whatever it is that having this human experience does. Allow for that. And then as fast as you can, come back into alignment. Pull it back. Notice now when you are in peaceful moments, where is that at? Is it when I sit in my front yard and I look at the trees? Is it when I'm petting my dog? Is it when I'm hanging out with a dear friend and I'm having that moment? Is it when I'm reading a book and it's home? Where is it when I feel that easily and it's naturally there? There are times where I'm in despair, sitting in my front yard will calm that for me. And I can start thinking a little clearer and I can pull myself back to alignment. That gets me present, right? So it's like wondering, like even when we talk about building your tribe, when should you build your tribe? When you don't need them. You build your tribe now. You build your resilience now, so that it's there if you should have to have it, right? That's the same thing for understanding your peace and recognizing where you are, where that is. Like, look for it now. Where is that? Where are my sources of that? Who do I reach out? Who can I reach out to so that I can be reminded of my truth? And then it is all in divine right order. It looks like a shitstorm out there. I understand it. My husband reminds me constantly because that's all that he watches every news thing. He's constantly like, hey, no, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I
Do it
can't
now.
keep looking at that. I don't want to go, you need to know this, we need to know this. We may have to be moving to London. We have to understand that. And I know, and I agree with him, and I'm trying to keep my peace, you know. I'm trying to maintain myself because I have an understanding that what I'm doing in here is affecting everybody.
Exactly.
So if I'm on the freak out train and I'm on the Debbie Downer, train, and I'm affecting the collective too. So if I may not be able to control what someone's doing, or what's happening in the world, or what wars we're having out there, do I like any of that? Does it upset me? Yes, but I may not be able to do anything about that out here, but I certainly 100% have a superpower within me that I can control every second of the day, and it's powerful. I can control how I think, how I treat other people, how I show up. That's a ripple effect. So understand that you are a spiritual being and you do have special powers and you can use them.
I love what you're saying about how we show up because, yes, the news is, exactly, with, and no matter what side of the aisle you are on, there is a news story to tell you why the other side is horrible and the world is ending. Okay. So now that
there's that. I forgot about that. Yes.
and so now that we know that, to the point that, actually, I am going through. I'm actually going to need the other side of the mic and the mic for, Sorry about that. It should have been plugged in over there.
Shoot. They unplugged earlier when we were trying to plug in.
Oh, well then the mic's not going to work.
No,
It was, okay, yes, please. And then Anne will need the microphone.
No, I just need some tissues.
Oh, I thought you wanted the microphone. All right, here, hold this a second.
Hold a moment, please.
Hold it, mommy. There we go. There we go. All right, so then that's the big thing, right? But what about your piece on the smaller portion? Like you were saying about you have a program based around the piece you lost on a smaller level in your home with your child. And there are people that are in your life that are having their own peaceless experience.
Yes.
Right? And whether it's at the DMV or your home or your work or on the highway or the grocery store. And now, because of how they act, what they say, how they respond, have you lost your peace? And, you might have been having a great day. And then somebody ran over your toe in the grocery store with their cart because, they have to have something or other in this moment. And why can't people be blah, blah, blah? You ever find yourself doing that? Why is everybody always blah, 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 blah? Whatever we decide. And from the little to the large freakouts, right? How long we spend in that is the loss of peace. But again, back to our thinking mind. Are we in this moment? If they ran over me with their, shopping cart, I'm in this moment. My toe hurts, right? I have an opinion, and I'm probably loud. Yeah, now, does this ruin the rest of my day? Do I continue to tell the story? And I had something happen recently, where I was in a moment of feeling unworthy. And then I saw proof of it in a situation. And immediately, I was on a Zoom call, and immediately I wanted to start to text somebody who would validate that unworthiness for me. And say, oh my goodness, that is horrible. This is awful. I can't believe they did this to you. Right? All of that. And then I stopped. I mean, I was texting it. Like, it was there. I just hadn't hit send. And I stopped and I go, now, is this true? Thank you, Katie Byron. Or Byron Katie. Sorry.
I was gonna-
Yeah, I always get that Byron. Byron Katie. Is this true? Is it really true? And so I thought, nobody would have done this to me without having a conversation with me first. So I sent an email, but I wasn't getting an immediate response with an email, right? Because they were on the same Zoom call. So I decided I was going to do the private chat. And I did, and they interrupted when they got and they said, no, that's not the case. I'll talk to you in a minute. And all of it left. I was at peace, and then later apologized. Oh, I see where you got that from. It was left off of this. But that was not the case. That was just a mistake. It's been corrected. Okay. And nobody had to know I was having this feeling of unworthiness. Well, except for all of you now. But at the moment I did it. It's an example. And, which was big growth for me. It was huge growth for me because I do like to have my big feelings. I will get over them and they will move me to something greater, but I like to have them. And here I decided I wasn't going to do that because it wasn't true and I knew it. I knew it. I don't always know that. This just happened to be like in a new thought realm of people. Had this been a work thing, I might not have felt that way. But this was a new thought realm, so I believed in that was not the case when I was thinking. So yeah, it can be, and you have to start small. I am going to believe in people that believe like me. And then the next step will be, I'm going to believe in myself when I'm not with people who believe like me, right? The bird doesn't have faith in the branch that it's not going to fall. It has faith in its wings that it will fly. So I have to remember that I can fly.
Remember your truth, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And one of the things I'm always kind of harping on is when people say stuff like, well, people are awful. Well, not all people are awful, right? There's a whole other group that are amazing, so it's like, just, I think watching for those groupings, like today's an awful day. Well, the whole day was awful or 10 minutes was awful? Like what exactly is that? And like we talked about last week, that gentleman that had said, there's so much good in the world, there's so much beauty, whatever, that we just, it's like white noise that we see the bad so easily, we harp on the bad. There's so much good that we do have that we don't even see it anymore. And so to spend some time and watch your languaging around what you're feeding yourself, but what am I telling myself all the time? That we had something happen this weekend, and the knee-jerk reaction for my husband was that it was an awful thing, and then he immediately switched and said, I'm trying to think how he worded it. Well, maybe this is a good thing. I said, and it very well could be, and now it probably will be, because you are deciding. You decide, what's my experience going to be? So if you believe that, if you believe your experience is coming from your filters inside of you, which you're saying, you're declaring over the stuff happening, you can make it be anything. So if I want to declare this is awful, this is going to be blah, 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 then I guarantee you that's exactly what's going to go down. If you want to say, well, it could work out for a betterment. This could be actually a good thing that this happened. Most likely you're going to see some good things that come out of it. It's like stubbing your toe, you get out of bed, and the first thing you do is you stub your toe and you say, this is gonna be a shitty day. Well, I guarantee you're gonna have a shitty day now. That's what's gonna happen, you
Right.
just declared it. And you're gonna prove yourself right all day long. You're gonna look for every way that you can prove, see, I knew it, I'm right, we love to be right.
Hot French fry in the eye.
Yes, but instead if you say, well, it's gonna have to get better than this, today's gotta be better than this.
Exactly.
Now
It's
I'm
only
gonna
up from
think-
here.
Yes. So see that's better. See that's better. That's better. You're gonna. So which way do you want to do it? Now this is I think this is a very high level practice because it's hard. It's
Right?
often hard to maintain this, which is why
Because
it's human.
humanity gets in the way.
Humanity does
Yes.
get in the way and stuff gets in the
Our
way,
lack of perfection.
and we feel like things that are not in our control get in the way. All the time, it's like, how is that my fault? I didn't do any of that. I'm just sitting over here. I'm being nice. I didn't do any of that. How is this my fault? And it's like, well, the actual thing that happened may not be your fault, but your reaction is always yours. And you can always choose. But like I said, have your little freak out. I don't care. I have my freak outs often. And then I go back and go, okay, this is how I really want it to be feeling right now. Is this the outcome I really want? No. Well, then what do I need to do? This is what I need to do, and I change course. And it may take some moments, it may take a day, it may take whatever it is. So I'm not saying like, don't have your human experience. And then get back to your spiritual center as fast as you can. Because we don't want to be creating more and more of the things we don't want.
You know, Anson has Bug Leader Thursday every month. And this month, or last month in August, it was Mary Marcy. And she told the story about how she had gone to this event with this speaker. And he had stated that, something along the lines that things can work out for the better, right? So reserve your judgment for 72 hours. Just for 72 hours, don't just leave it alone. You can pick up your anger, your resentment, your this is horrible in 72 hours. But give it 72 hours and see. And so when she gets home from this, and like most of us, when we get inspired for something, we're like, "Oh, I'm going to do it," and her husband tells her he wants to shop, and she was ready, to have it, and then she's like, "Well, wait a minute. All right, we're going to give it 72 hours, and not freak out about it and see." And in that time period, not only did he get a new job with better pay, but he was no longer traveling, this distance in a car. He actually got a job that was bike riding distance from him. So everything changed in that time period. And she's like, could that have happened without me giving it the 72 hours? Us, because she got him on board with it as well. I don't know. But I didn't spend the next 3 days, right? And here it goes back to our peace, right? Whatever's going to happen, happens, right? It happens. So do you spend your time in discomfort, in dis-ease, in a non-peace-filled time,
Adding more to it.
adding more to it, waiting for the whatever. Now, if you spend your time with your whole 72 hours of freaking out or whatever, and it turns out he gets a new job and everything else like that, right? Well, how long does it take to get that all gone, right? The effects of spending it in the what are we going to do, and what if this happens, and the what if. Oh,
What's the
I hate
ripple
the what
effect,
if.
right? What's all the
Right?
right?
There's that
That's the point.
there's that anxiety, and now I've lived with heartburn or indigestion for the last 3 days, and I haven't been able to eat, or I'm running to the bathroom. That's how stress affects me,
Yeah.
right? So it is a very physical thing for me. Or maybe it's at the level that I feel is so bad that I don't get out of bed. Now I'm depressed, and I'm crying, and I feel whatever on that.
You're terrorizing yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Future thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, there are so many things that, that I do to steal my own peace before I even know the outcome.
Right, that's good.
Right? I mean, if the outcome's bad, I can have all of that then.
Right.
I can have all of it when it happens.
True. Yeah.
You know? However, I don't have to have that prior to it, you know?
Right.
I don't need to have it right now.
No
Yeah,
extra. We don't need the extra.
Don't need an
Yeah,
extra.
let's have a buffer.
John Lennon says, peace is not something you wish for, it's something you make. Something you do, something you are, something you give away. And this reminded me that peace begins within, that our intention and our action is where our power is.
I don't have a whole lot of rules in life, but one of the ones that has served me well is not to operate on speculation. And when you hear somebody what ifing,
Yeah.
catastrophizing, it's like come back to center. That, like just like you were saying, that hasn't happened yet. And you'll have plenty of time to react if it does. It also gives you time to think about what you will do if that happens. But then again, you don't want to put energy on that because it helps create it.
Yeah. You're bringing it to you like a magnet. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
staying in that center area when I need to make the decision, then I am centered. I don't have to think about it now when it could put more power into the bad, or what I call bad, and it could put more energy into my discomfort, right? If I stay in these, well, that hasn't happened, and I am not saying this is easy at all.
Again, high practice.
Yeah,
here,
high practice for sure. But now, this has now happened. Well, in that 3 days, so how I handle those things, in that 3 days, I would have done things that brought my frequency up. I would have been in prayer, more so
Go
than
to
normal.
church.
Meditation, in church, in community of whatever sort that brings me laughter, versus in my bed, isolated, mad at the world, right? So in doing that, now I have a piece that I can say, okay, wow, what if we did this? What if I did this? What if I accepted this instead? I was dealing with a thought process that said I needed one thing. And I was pretty convinced that was the truth. I was pretty convinced that, and it was money, people. I needed money for something to be valid, right? I hate when people are too, vague, right? It's like, I'm not going to give you all the details, but let's just say I needed money. And then I had a conversation as well as did some inner work. And I found out I thought I needed money because I wanted it to be validated. And money was going to validate this particular aspect. And what I really wanted was, good job, Jeannie. That's what I really wanted. Now money would be
I was gonna
nice.
say, let's
No, I'm not saying don't give me money. I'm just saying that the thought process was this, but what I really wanted and needed was this. And once I realized that, it was like taking off a piece of clothing that didn't fit. It was no longer tight and restricted on me. I could let that go.
I love that. Yeah, all of this stuff is very high practice, but not beneath any of you. Like, all of us can do this. It's just, it takes a high level of working on a commitment, returning to it over and over again. It's not something that it's a one and done thing. It's like a constant resetting yourself, putting little notes to remind yourself, hey, have you checked in? Are you present? Where are you? Just to continuously work toward that being your normal go-to instead of what we've been doing by default, intentionally planning for this stuff to happen, you know. And one other thing I wrote down that I wanted to make sure to say today was that God being, peace being the essence of God means that cannot be altered by whatever's going on in the outward appearance. God is peace, that's it. God is love, that's it. You can't change that. And therefore, so are you. You are already that peace. You are already that love. You are already, everything you seek, you already are. You cannot change it. You need to find ways to allow yourself to be it, to allow that to be where you come from, is your truth, to align with it as often as possible, continuously looking for ways to align. And that's what I was saying, wherever you notice that you feel peaceful, recognize those spots, because like you may need to go sit in your front yard, you may need to go, you know, have these special areas where you can keep yourself in alignment. But it doesn't change. If I'm freaking out, it doesn't change the truth of who and what I am. It doesn't change that. Nothing touches it. So I feel I get a lot of peace from that. Like I can't mess that up. I can't mess my truth up. I'm that truth no matter what I do. But the work is staying in that truth and coming back to it as fast and as often as I can, because we all know we leave it. We all know we forget. We all know. So it's the practice of coming there instead of sending out an email, instead of, you know, freaking out or whatever. Instead, because those seem to be our go-tos a lot. That's been the programming. That's what you see on the TV or whatever. Like that's the norm. But to get yourself to have a different norm, like in PQ and the positive intelligence, talking about the saboteur, the negative side of your brain, has the muscles are so strong there because you've been using them so much. That's been the go-to. The whole world does that. But to get the other side, to get the sage side, the positive side, that being the natural response, that's going to take work to build that muscle up, to create new neural pathways that say, no, this is the way that I go when this happens.
And that, while might sound far-fetched, remember people like Master Teacher Jesus and Anne Frank and Nelson Mandela, right? People who were put into situations where losing their minds, their peace, their everything would have been a natural reaction. They did not. And if one can, we all can.
Amen, sister. Say it again for the people in the back. Say it again.
Did you hear me true? If one can, we all can. Yeah, he was.
Showing the way. Just showing the way, being an example, and that's something to work on, to aspire to say, okay, thank you for that example, and I am working on it for myself. You know, we already are everything we want to be. We already are all of that. Somehow we've got these little filters and this stuff on us that have happened in our lives, and those feel like that's what we are, but that's not our truth.
And so going back to the Golden Buddha again, to remember like how scared that monk was who had cracked it, right? How scared the monk was who had cracked that clay. Like, oh no, I broke it.
Oh my God.
And so a lot of times when our clay is being broken, we're scared, right? I'm never going to get past whatever that we put as a limit on ourselves, right? And then here this crack happens and we're scared because, oh no, here it's happened. And this is the thing, like, you know, you didn't like how you responded to your child. So here was the thing that has now created a practice of a keynote speech. This is how it happens. So let the cracks happen.
Do it.
There you go. That's going to be my new motto. Let the crack happen.
And find support. We all have that. We all gone through.
Yeah.
So find your support system, find your tribe, find your people. Work on those things now. Don't wait. Like start doing this stuff now. We talk about these practices over and over because we need to. I know I need to.
So need them.
Yeah. Are we gonna finish with some Ernie?
I am, and it's a treatment for peace of mind.
Oh, I love it.
So,
okay, let's do that.
Okay, you want to give me a little ding?
You want to ding?
Yes.
Here we go.
Be still and know that I am God. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God within me. I am the principle of peace within me. I am the manifestation of love within me. My mind is poised in peace and beauty. All sense of fear or doubt is gone. I rest in calm trust and rely on the law of spirit to bring good into my experience. I contend with none, argue with none, and am filled with wonderful peace and light. There is no uncertainty about my future, and no fear as a result of my past. I live in the eternal now, which is filled with good alone. Goodness and beauty follow me. Peace and joy accompany me. Happiness and wholeness fill my entire being with the realization of love and perfection. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God within me. This inner mind of mine is now divine and complete. It has no worries and no fears. It is whole, complete, and satisfied. I look back over all previous experience and find that it was good, very good. I look at the present and find that it is also good, very good. God is in all, over all, and through all. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God within me. I am the spirit of confidence. I am poised in love and reason. I am the perfect wall of truth and the complete presence of beauty. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God within me. And in this, I give great thanks. I give blessings and gratefulness and thankfulness for all that is, for the peace that dwells within and throughout. I say thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, universe, for this. I know that this is the truth of me and the truth of all within the sound of my voice and beyond. So I let it go. I call it good. And together we say, and so it is. I know, Ernest does a pretty good job at that whole spiritual mind reading
It's
stuff.
all right. It's
It's all
okay.
right.
It's all right. Let him do it.
So, thank you. Thank you for being with us today. This was awesome. I love.
I like our new theme for this month.
I do
I
too.
really like that. I like the
Well,
themes.
I liked our theme. I like our theme
Oh, I always
always.
love
I
ours.
love us actually.
I have no
So, you know,
favorites. No favorites. I love them all.
there you go. I love them all.
Yes. And if
So
you
cute.
found this helpful, if our conversations inspire you and help you to create the life you love, we would invite you to support our ministry. We have multiple ways you can support us. Simple things like you can share.
I could get on the microphone. You can share our feed. You can invite visitors to check us out. You can like and subscribe onto our YouTube page at Begin Within Ministries or in Soka Sundays, the Facebook group. We would love to have you be a member there. We also and share all of that. That's a public group, so you can share that and like on that. And then you do little gifts or comments. It lets Facebook know there's a lot going on here, and it shares it itself, which helps us greatly. We also have Soka Sundays on Instagram. So wherever you find us, please let people know about us, share that. And another way that you can support us if you're able to would be financially, and that can be a one-time donation on our website at beginwithinministries.com. You can also become a spiritual church hub partner, and that's where you benefit with the other partners in the things that we provide. Thank you. In the things we provide, like our classes, of course you would get your own mug, because we love our mugs. I know.
Our mug shot.
And, so whenever we have classes or workshops or things that we do, our partners get those for free. Like even when we had the monks here, all of those things are free for in our concerts. our partners benefit that for free because they help to support us financially. So the more partners we have, the more things that we can do. And we'd love to invite you to be a part of this beautiful community. And you can do that if you're online. But if you live in the Phoenix area or if you're visiting, please come see us. We love hugs. We love to see your beautiful faces and your smiles. And we are building a community of like-minded individuals who want to be inspired and create a beautiful life for themselves and for all of us.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen, sister.
Go ahead, add some
I got nothing.
sprinkles
Oh,
on
my
it.
little sparkle does. I've got nothing else. She did it all. She did it all. She did it all well.
I felt inspired with the peace
There
and
you
harmony
go.
within me.
Peace and harmony within. So
Yes.
come on out and join us, and
Yes.
we will see you next week.
Bye. Thanks for being here too.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.